Welcome back, everybody, to another unboxing video on the Meeple Marathon. And today we're going to be taking a look at Comanauts by Plaid Hat Games. Now, this is an older game, but I'm kind of working my way backwards. After all of the success of Aftermath, or how much I've been enjoying Aftermath, this essentially was the precursor to Aftermath. The story is not related at all, but it is an adventure book game similar to Aftermath, and it uses the very similar mechanics of moving around the board and using certain colors of your resources to move and activate certain actions. The only difference is this game uses dice instead of the kind of poker cards that Aftermath uses. This was the follow-up to Stuffed Fables, which I also do want to play at some point or other, so it's kind of interesting that I'm kind of working backwards, but I am really enjoying these adventure book games by Plaid Hat Games. Now, I have heard that, Comanauts did not meet expectations from a lot of people. Simply just a lot of the mechanics didn't work, and the whole dice mechanic can be a little brutal at times because there's a lot of luck involved in rolling a dice during the game. But what I've also heard, and even people who say that they couldn't stand the game, the story was incredible. That some people even just put the game aside and read through the adventure book so they could read it like a novel. So I wanted to go ahead and give this a chance because I have enjoyed Aftermath so much, and I can set aside my worries about fiddliness and just go in knowing that I'm just going to enjoy this story. So let's take a look at the back real quick. All right. So the theme behind Comanauts is that there is this brilliant scientist who is the only one who can save the world from an approaching asteroid or something like that. We need his brain, essentially, but he has slipped into a coma, and so people, kind of like Inception, the movie Inception, need to kind of enter his mind and cure his, I guess you could say, not his sins, but his dementias and his subconscious. They talk about here, learn the secrets of Dr. Strobel's life as you explore his subconscious, discover buried truths by observing his life, battle grotesque inner demons, that's the word I was looking for, confront your personal demons, take on a persona drawn from a dizzying cast of characters. From what I understand, these cast of characters that you can animate are from Dr. Strobel's past histories, so certain events in his life that have left a mark on him. So that is kind of the backstory of Comanauts. So again, it is a very interesting kind of concept here. So let's take a look at what comes in the box. Okay, so we have our rule book. Pretty straightforward looking. Not very thick at all. We're talking like 12 pages total, not even 10. And a lot of these are components, game setup. So the actual rules are only like 4 or 5 pages long. Not bad at all. So, but from past experiences, Plaid Hat Games could use a little bit more to their rule book. So we'll see what this contains and what we have to glean from Board Game Geek. All right, here is the adventure book. I'm not going to flip through this too much, but usually there you can see us in Coma. Plains View is probably where we home sweet home. So you can see that the map is set up very similar to Aftermath. There are all these icons, and the map on the left, there's colored lines, meaning I'm going to need something green to get over this line, and all this stuff over here that triggers as we land on those spaces. So, standard adventure book. All right, there Now we've got a bunch of punch boards. There are no miniatures in this game, which is fine. I've got enough miniatures, but there are these very nicely drawn standees. So these represent, I believe, all of the characters you can inhabit in the game. Like the gorilla is from some cartoon that Dr. Strobel used to watch as a kid. Things like that. And then here you can see some of the enemies that he can encounter. So we will open this up in just a second to take a better look at those. All right, and then we've got a whole bunch of cards here. Fire, Marcia, the Nosy Kids. So again, you've got these cards representative of your the enemies. You have a Curious Vision. So I'm not really sure what all these cards are for, and I'm a little scared to open them up. A whole bunch of standees here. Campaign stickers. That's interesting. And then some stuff that's not gathered very well. A whole bunch of dice, and so these are the dice you're going to pull out of this bag, and essentially instead of drawing a hand of poker cards, you are okay, so these appear to be your character boards. It's a little upsetting that they're just kind of loose like this, because they are a little bent up. You would have thought they could have gone into something or been strapped together or something like that, but this appears to be where you put your person, your distraught inventory, equipped items. I know you can put a dice here, and there's just 4 of these, and it's a 1 to 4 player game. And then there's this stack of mini cards. These look pretty harmless, so let's take a look at these. Stable. Critical, flatline. Stable. Okay, and these are status cards, so marked. We've seen marked before in Aftermath. Yep, 4 of those. Silent, distraught, fearful, courageous, trapped, irrational, mission directive data. Maybe we should look at those. Okay, let's take a look at these cards, see if maybe these are just nothing but characters. Now see, I'm going to be very careful here, because I am aware of the fact that you set up decks prior to your scenario with matching codes on the back, like right here, and then you mix them up and you don't look at them. So I'm not going to flip over any of these with a code on the back, because that would be a spoiler. So let's just see. Okay, yep. So let's set these down. We won't take a look at those, and these appear to be all character cards. So we've got Marcia, the Nosy Kids. Okay, the Nosy Kids must be a one of the shows he watched. So this is somebody who you can be. You're balanced. You've got the lucky penny item. I think these scenarios at the bottom are ones that you don't fit in. That's why this little alert symbol is there. You can see that Zoinks, the giant gorilla, doesn't fit in very many scenarios, so he sticks out like a sore thumb. They get bonuses on certain dice. There's the Pooh Bear character that everybody's talking about. He also doesn't fit very much because he's a walking, talking stuffed bear. Corey's from Plainsview, which I think is where he grew up. Omega League is probably another show. Omega League. Hatespire. I'm not sure what Hatespire is, but that's a big guy. And look, he's even less incognito than the gorilla. He basically sticks out everywhere. Hatespire. Quantum Academy. That must be where we went to school. Quantum Academy. All right, Dusty Gulch. Star's Edge. So these are all different characters that you can play, and I know that you, not like Aftermath where you're going to carry the same 4 characters through the whole storyline, you're going to pick different characters for each scenario. You don't really level these guys up per se over the course of a campaign. Champ and Mindy, New Metro City, New Metro City, Duron Industries, Garrett, Carl Gantry, Noir, so that's cool. So he's all in black and white. And Celia. All right, so that is going through all of the characters in the game. Let's see here. Let's see what else we've got. All right, so I'm not sure if I should flip over the clue symbols, because they seem like they might be important too, unless these are all clue symbols, which they might be. Okay, so maybe these are okay. Let's see, a badge, a hoodie, ammo. You know, so these are basic consumables that probably you're told specifically to look through this deck of cards. Squirting flower, laptop, fedoras, hats, earbuds. So depending on what environment you're in, these probably make more sense than others. You know, healing potion. There's some pink ones in here. Frying pan. Oh, so this is a weapon. The pink ones are weapons. Carnival mallet. Hairpin. Fancy weapon. Ooh, jeez. Huge club. Hammer. Ooh, ranged weapons, so these have a green tint to them. Taser, pistol, eradicator, Tommy gun, rifle, revolver. Ooh, a magic ranged weapon. Grenade, shotgun, jump gun. And then this appears to be all armor. Phase suit, that's cool. Okay, so these are all just equipable things, I guess. Let's see what's in this one here. Let's see what the backs look like. See if there's anything important. Can never get this cellophane stuff off my fingers. All right. The death cards. Let me just take a peek here. Okay, these are the enemy cards, a whole bunch of playing cards and environment cards. We've seen these in Aftermath. These appear to be the enemy cards. So I'm just going to take a look at a couple here. The Maul, the Guilt, Self-Doubt. So you can see grief, shame. So all of these are states of mind, but you can see they have the same 1 through 2, 3 through 5, 6, same iconography as in Aftermath, and you know, probably sets up the same way. So these are the essentially the enemy cards, and then this last deck see here, purple globes, keys. I'm definitely not going to look at those. Environment cards, some more. Oh, okay, so here's more of these. I'm going to set these down right there. I'm going to pull these out, because this is an environment card. Take a look at these. Cell phone, Martin's notebook. Ooh, that's cool. Vaden field, warm cookies. That's awesome. So I guess these go here. Definitely not going to look at the clue cards. Let's take a peek here. Okay, so these are the different environments that you can go to. So Plainsview, Martin's hometown. Noisy Kids, Martin learns to create imagery. So this is a show he watched, early childhood. Omega League was a comic book in his early teens. Hate Spire was... Teen guilt. Something. I don't know what that is. Quantum Academy is a school. Dusty Gulch. This is in his 30s. Maybe it's a show he watches. Washington, D.C. is a real place. Star's Edge. This talks about him driving away a girl, it seems like. New Metro City. This is him moving to a new town. Duron Industries. And then Noir. That's in his 50s. Okay, so those are all the different locations you can go to. Let's take one last minute here to take a look at the cardboard. Okay, so we have already seen these guys with the various characters. We've gone through all of their cards. These are all playable characters, status tokens. Backside is pretty much exactly the same. All right, now we've got, you know, fear and guilt, and I don't even know what that is. Maybe, okay, one extra hero here. These appear to be minor enemies. Freaking clowns, that's scary. And the backside is similar. And last but not least, we have this board, which is very similar to the board we find in Aftermath that we set off to the side. This is, I'm assuming, where we slot in the enemy cards. We fill these up with dice, group tasks, you're adding dice, safe versus hostile token. And let's see here, then we've got some Tron light cycles, some more enemies. I know this is your inner child. This guy can pop up. It's similar to Calamity in Aftermath, but it's not always bad, where in Aftermath, Calamity is almost always bad. So that's pretty much it. There's really not a whole lot of tokens, which I can appreciate. You know, there's a whole lot of standees, which are fine, but really these four here, and then a few of these lock tokens, but that's it. You're looking at all of the tokens, which is very nice. I don't like a game where there's a million tokens that I have to organize. So keep an eye out for organization solution for this game, and I'll take a look at the rule book, and yeah, we'll look into playing this game on the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great night.